An expert has asserted that the actress Amy Slaton, who is known for her role in the television series 1,000-Pound Sisters, is facing the possibility of serving time in prison and may also be subject to an investigation into the safety of her children following her detention. After making an appearance in court on Thursday, the TLC star entered a plea of not guilty to accusations of narcotics possession and endangering the welfare of a child. On Monday, Amy and her friend Brian Laverne were taken into custody after it was reported that law enforcement discovered cocaine in their vehicle while they were at a drive-through zoo in Crockett County, North Carolina. According to the police, there were 2 children under the age of 8 who were in the vehicle at the time of the incident. She was with her children Glenn, who is 2 years old, and Gage, who is 3 years old, whom she shares with her ex-husband Michael Halterman, according to a source familiar with law enforcement. It is said that her sister, Tammy Slaton, was the one who eventually came to take them up. The United States Sun attempted to get a comment from Amy's attorney, Taylor Hughes, but they did not receive a response. A warrant for Amy's arrest, which was obtained exclusively by the United States Sun, reveals that she was arrested for possessing 80 grams of marijuana and magic mushrooms in the transport vehicle. A former prosecutor for Los Angeles County who now owns Dordulian Law Group, Sam Dordulian, recently gave an interview to the United States Sun in which he discussed the legislation in Tennessee and asserted that Amy might be facing serious consequences if she is found guilty. He stated that inside the state of Tennessee, the possession of a half ounce of marijuana is considered to be a misdemeanor. The quantities that are greater than that, on the other hand, may be regarded possession with the intention to sell. It is possible that she will be charged with possession with the purpose to distribute or sell the substance because she possesses a large amount, which is 80 grams. However, merely having over half an ounce doesn't alone mean you were possessing it with the intent to sell. When you take into account the charges of endangering the welfare of a kid, she is facing severe repercussions, including possible time spent in jail. Mr. Sam Dordulian, an attorney. They went on to say, other factors need to be considered, such as whether or not the marijuana was individually wrapped, whether or not they had a scale with them, and whether or not a significant amount of cash was also discovered with the drugs. Whether or not she possessed for personal use or had an intent to sell becomes less important, considering that she is also charged with possessing a Schedule I drug, the mushrooms. When you take into account the charges of endangering the welfare of a kid, she is facing severe repercussions, including possible time spent in jail. What makes the child endangerment charges a felony in Tennessee is when the child is under the age of 8. As it appears to be the case here, Attorney Dordulian continued by saying, the majority of states offer a wide variety of drug diversion programs. However, I believe that the addition of the child endangerment charges may hinder their ability to participate in such diversion programs. An investigation into whether or not the children need to be taken away for their safety will very likely certainly take place, and that investigation may trump the criminal case in importance for Ms. Slaton. In the beginning, the celebrity asserted that she had been bitten by a camel at West Tennessee Safari Park. However, the proprietor has refuted this story. According to the account, when the police came, they were confronted with a strong odor next to Amy and Brian's vehicle. After being taken into custody at the Crockett County Jail, the 2 individuals were let to leave on Tuesday after posting a bond of $10,000 apiece. Chris Combs, Amy's brother, was the one who brought them together, according to Stephen Sutton, the public information officer for the Crockett County Sheriff's Department, who spoke with the United States Sun. Amy and Brian were each charged with illegal possession of drugs that were classified as Schedule I and Schedule VI, in addition to 2 counts of child endangerment under the age of 8. During the arraignment that took place on Thursday, Brian also entered a plea of not guilty. The pair is scheduled to make a return appearance in Crockett County Court on November 7th. During the arraignment, Reg News crews were informed that a judge would decide whether or not the case will be transferred to a grand jury because of the felony counts the defendant is facing. Reg was also informed by Stephen Sutton, the public information officer for the Crockett County Sheriff's Department, that our officer's concern was not only the possession of the illegal drugs, what we believe to be mushrooms, You got 2 children that are in the vehicle with you. Who among us is under the influence? For what reason is this happening? The attorney for Amy responded to the assertions made by the owner of the zoo, John Conley, who stated that he did not believe that Amy had been bitten by a camel, despite the fact that she was photographed being transported on a stretcher prior to the appointment. As he told TMZ, she was bitten by a camel at the zoo. He also mentioned that the celebrity is thankful for the love and support she has received from her followers. Serious consequences. In a world where the lives of reality TV stars often seem like an open book, the story of Amy Slaton from 1,000 Pound Sisters serves as a stark reminder of the serious consequences that can arise from personal choices. Recently, Amy found herself at the center of a troubling incident involving a drug arrest at a zoo, prompting investigations into her children's safety and raising questions about her future. This narrative delves deep into the ramifications of her actions, exploring the multifaceted impacts on her family, her career, and her mental health. The incident at the zoo, on a seemingly ordinary day, what began as a family outing quickly spiraled into chaos. Amy, known for her vibrant personality and candidness about her struggles with weight and health, took her children to the zoo. However, witnesses reported unusual behavior, prompting a call to law enforcement. When authorities arrived, they discovered Amy in possession of illegal substances. The incident not only shocked fans but also raised alarms regarding her ability to care for her children. Immediate consequences, legal ramifications. The immediate aftermath of the arrest involved legal proceedings that could lead to serious repercussions. Facing potential jail time, Amy had to grapple with the reality of her situation. The legal system does not take drug offenses lightly, especially when children are involved. Depending on the severity of the charges, she could be looking at probation, mandatory rehabilitation programs, or even incarceration. Child Welfare Investigation. In light of the arrest, Child Protective Services (CPS) initiated an investigation into the safety and welfare of her children. This scrutiny could result in temporary custody arrangements, parenting classes, or other interventions designed to ensure that her children are in a safe environment. The emotional toll on Amy as a mother was immense. The fear of losing her children loomed large. Public reaction. Fan response. As news broke, fans were divided. Some expressed shock and disappointment, while others rallied around Amy, emphasizing the importance of compassion and understanding. Social media erupted with discussions, highlighting the duality of fame, how it can elevate individuals to stardom yet expose them to scrutiny and judgment. Media coverage. The media frenzy surrounding the incident was relentless. Tabloids and online publications seized the opportunity to dissect every detail of Amy's life, portraying her not just as a reality star, but as a cautionary tale. Headlines screamed about the potential fallout, and the narrative quickly shifted from one of support to one of sensationalism. Exploring the underlying issues, mental health struggles. To understand the full scope of Amy's situation, one must consider her mental health. The pressures of fame, combined with her lifelong struggles with weight and body image, may have contributed to her choices. Mental health issues often manifest in unhealthy coping mechanisms, and for Amy, the stress of public scrutiny could have driven her to seek solace in substances. Societal pressures. The reality TV landscape creates an environment rife with pressure. Stars are often held to impossible standards, leading to feelings of inadequacy and despair. Amy's journey, marked by her battles with obesity and family dynamics, placed her under a microscope. Society's expectation for her to succeed and maintain a perfect image may have inadvertently pushed her toward risky behavior. The ripple effect on family, impact on relationships. The incident had significant implications for Amy's relationships, both immediate and extended. Family members faced questions about their involvement and responsibility. Her sister, Tammy, who has her own struggles, found herself in a precarious position as the family dealt with the fallout together. Children's well-being. Above all, the most pressing concern remained the welfare of her children. The emotional ramifications of their mother's arrest could have lasting effects on their mental health. Children exposed to instability often struggle with feelings of insecurity and fear, which could shape their development in profound ways. Steps toward redemption. Legal strategy. In response to the charges, Amy sought legal counsel to navigate the complexities of the justice system. This involved not only defending herself against the charges, but also proactively addressing the concerns raised by CPS. Her legal team emphasized rehabilitation over punishment, advocating for a chance to demonstrate her commitment to being a better mother. Commitment to change. Acknowledging her mistakes, Amy began taking steps toward recovery. Engaging in therapy, attending support groups, and prioritizing her children's needs became her focus. She sought to rebuild trust with her family and fans, understanding that true redemption requires accountability and change. The role of reality TV. Influence on behavior. The role of reality TV in shaping behavior cannot be overlooked. The constant cameras and public scrutiny can exacerbate personal issues, creating an environment where poor choices may feel more justifiable. Amy's experience raises questions about the ethical implications of reality television, how it can exploit vulnerabilities for entertainment while ignoring the human consequences. Future opportunities. Despite the chaos, the incident might serve as a turning point for Amy. Many reality stars have leveraged their experiences into new opportunities, whether through advocacy, public speaking, or writing. If she can navigate her challenges successfully, Amy could emerge as a voice for others struggling with similar issues, transforming her narrative into one of hope and resilience. Community support. The role of fans and friends. As Amy faced her struggles, the support of fans and friends became crucial. Many reached out with messages of encouragement, emphasizing the importance of community in times of crisis. This support network could play a pivotal role in her journey to recovery, reminding her that she is not alone in her battles. Advocacy and awareness. Amy's situation also sparked discussions around the importance of mental health and addiction awareness. By sharing her story, she could help destigmatize these issues, encouraging others to seek help without fear of judgment. Her platform could serve as a catalyst for change, fostering a more supportive environment for those in need. Amy Slaton's journey underscores the serious consequences that can arise from personal choices, particularly in the glare of reality television. While her future remains uncertain, the lessons learned from her experiences are invaluable. As she navigates the challenges ahead, there is hope that her story will serve not only as a cautionary tale, but also as a beacon of resilience and redemption. Ultimately, the journey toward healing is complex, but with support, accountability, and a commitment to change, it is possible to overcome even the most daunting obstacles.